Everybody, this is Juansgalt with Crypto TV, and here's an update on Komodo. I haven't commented on Komodo since the election ended, in part because I wasn't really sure what to say about it. It was a really interesting experience. You know, I played hard. Obviously, I didn't win any new notary notes, otherwise I would have been celebrating and screaming it at high heavens. But I'm honestly not that disillusioned with the results or anything like that. Just kind of like, that's interesting. Let me think about that. And I wouldn't want to say anything kind of like half-assed, you know. And then another project came along, so I just got really distracted and busy with this other project. And so yeah. But you know, there's a couple of things that I learned from this election about Komodo and about crypto elections in general. And well, I'll just talk about the first two things that I learned about Komodo that caught me off guard, which I think are interesting. So one of them is that I didn't realize that there was kind of like a grassroots sort of movement within Komodo to critique entities inside of Komodo that hold more than one supernode. So there's a few, like on the first round, there's a variety of entities that got 3 or 4 or 2, like more than one supernodes, and so they were raking in pretty good money, and also had, you know, a bigger piece of the pie, right? So they're kind of like a bigger mining pool type of thing, and people not everybody was happy with that, and that criticism, that critique, I think manifested well in this election, because there's a lot less players with multiple notary nodes, as far as kind of like I can tell over, you know, looking at, I haven't done like deep math and try to figure out exactly what the numbers are, but it does seem like it's more distributed this time around. Only a couple of teams got 2 super nodes on this one, notary nodes on this one. I don't know that anybody got 4 on this one. Maybe they had one from the last election type of thing, but it does seem more distributed, so that's good. The other thing that I didn't realize is that since I started Komodo, in Komodo, which was like 4 years ago, the vision may have evolved actually beyond what I had realized it had evolved. And that means, you know, co-evolved, because the vision of a community co-evolves with communication and new people coming in and old people leaving type of thing. And I got in the early hardcore, early adopter days, and so that was my vision. And then I kind of like got distracted with other projects and went and did a few things with Dash, and then Ethereum, and then Bitcoin, etc., etc. And so I didn't realize that there seems to be like the vision of Komodo has changed somewhat. They're not like I mentioned something about like IP obfuscation of transactions on top of Komodo. I talked about it in the one where it's like the centralized exchanges in Komodo and stuff. But and then Otto corrected me that he didn't know about anything like that. And so yeah, that piece of the puzzle has gone back, and it looks like they're less focused on this sort of super hardcore, like as hardcore as you can make it, anonymous decentralized exchange. The centralized exchange is an important critical piece of Komodo, but they seem to be more interested right now in allowing startups to come in and bootstrap their own tokens and their own networks and be able to sort of move them in this decentralized exchange. So they're more kind of becoming sort of business oriented and bringing businesses in and giving them the tools that they need to do what they got to do. And it's sort of less about that vision that I have, which is like sort of just go as deep as you can and create this super anonymous decentralized exchange. And frankly, I'm also a little bit relieved that they've softened up on that a little bit. And maybe this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for Komodo officially. This is just my perspective, and if I'm wrong, definitely let me know. But they seem to have softened up a little bit, and I've softened up a little bit, so that sounds cool. But yeah, so that explains why sort of like, you know, more kind of startup and business facing notary node sort of pitches seem to have done a lot better, or maybe my pitch was just garbage and nobody wanted it, which is fine too, like whatever. But yeah, so that's exciting. I'm hoping I can do an interview with some of the sort of top Komodo electorate winners to kind of talk a little bit more in depth Komodo and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, congratulations to all the winners, and I'm really I'm curious to see where Komodo is sort of headed now, because I don't think it's going to change necessarily course that much, but I'm definitely curious to see what empirically the priorities of the community in general seem to be right now, where things are moving. So I'll be keeping an eye on that, and I'm hoping to be able to talk to some people that are more in the inside than me, that can sort of share some of those insights with me and with everybody else. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think below. Please share it if you like it, and y'all have a fantastic day. This conversation was sponsored by Komodo, a zero-knowledge, peer-to-peer atomic swap exchange. Learn more at komodoplatform.com.